So, he's alive. It's just that the attack kind of drove him away. But, um, like, there's this part where you come across an anthill, and it's like, basically, this huntsman might have seen him. Jeez, it's buffering.
Here's the anthill. Look at those fellas go. They're as busy as hell. It's making me thirsty looking at them. You know what? Take me to the ale house instead.
What?
I said fuck it. Let's go for a drink. Yeah! Take me
Oh,
to
definitely
tacos.
not that. Oh, fuck those things. Ugh.
They've got the best ale.
Ugh, are you mad? I'm not going to carry you to the tavern. We're going to your hideout.
All right. You're right. We have to find... I nearly forgot about the poor fella. Take me to the north, along the stream. There's a birch there that's split in two. A real peculiar tree. You'll know it when you see it.
Ah, fine. As long as it's not too far.
I think so. Oh, gosh, you're making me Google spiders. Um, I got boxing gloves. Uh, yeah, they're generally larger than males. That is such a strange thing. No, it's okay. It's all good. Um, you know what? Huntsmans don't freak me out as much as, say, the Brazilian wandering spider. Especially when I'm a male in that regard. Because I don't know if you've ever heard about the Brazilian wandering spider. It's a little defense stance. Let me tell you about their bite. Okay, actually, before I do continue, what have you heard about the Brazilian wandering spider's bite? All right, let me see. Uh, I'll just start from the bite of the spider in humans can cause several symptoms such as priapism. I don't even know if I said that right. Tachycardia, arrhythmias, cardiogenic shock, acute pulmonary edema, and convulsions. They can choose to deliver a dry bite without injecting venom or a minimal dose. Uh, um, oh wow. Aside from causing intense pain, the venom of the spider can also cause priapism in human, which, by the way, that's not a good image to show. um, Priapism in humans. Erections resulting from the bite are uncomfortable. Priapism is, I believe, a male erection, basically. So, hardening of the dick. Yeah, seriously. Erections resulting from the bite are uncomfortable and can last for many hours and can lead to impotence. A competent or a component of venom TX26 is being studied for the use of erectile dysfunction treatment. Um, Hold on, I'm gonna make sure that's the right way to pronounce it, and I'm gonna hide my screen in case it shows a penis on screen. I also do have this that I can throw up. Let me see if I still have it around. Oh, for fuck's sake, ads. Okay, let me know when you're back. Oh, a priapism is when the penis remains erect for like a longer period, for hours, in fact. No, no. I am so glad I'm not screen sharing right now. Supposedly women can get it too. Oh no, Opie, don't go up on my monitor again. Yeah, let me know when you're back, by the way. Wait, why am I telling you to let me know when you're back when you can't hear me? Oh, okay, you're back, you're back. Okay. No, I was looking at that priapism article, and apparently it's a condition in which erections last for hours. So that spider bite causes painful erections in men. But I guess I hate talking about this kind of stuff on stream because I'm not a woman, obviously. So, but apparently it can affect women too, in terms of clitoral priapisms. Basically, like I don't know, it's weird. uh, Man, yeah, the human body's weird. Um, I did not know that could happen with women. I thought erections were like a male problem and not a female problem. It's just a human problem. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, fuck spiders. Except for jumping spiders. Those guys are cool. Which way do I want to go? I forgot we were playing Zelda and we were just sitting here talking about spiders and cocks. Gosh dang it. I want to watch another movie with you. It's been so long. It was a lot of fun. I'd say after this, but I think I promised Ben I'm gonna play some more Warcraft with him. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what movie to show you because I could show you. Come on, there we go. I could show you another Studio Ghibli movie. That'd be fun. There's Howl's Moving Castle. Princess Mononoke. I'm sorry, seconds ago we were talking about spider bites causing erections, and now I'm talking to you about Studio Ghibli. The weird thing, the weird places we go while streaming, I swear. Like, oh man. Very inappropriate stream, I will say. One thing's for certain, though, as I was saying, I'm very unhappy with my weight right now. Gosh damn, I just want to lose weight. It sucks that I'm going to be doing nothing this week. Maybe I should play VR more and go to, like, more, like, I don't know. Exercise-centric worlds. Yeah, it would be fun. I also have a treadmill under my or under my bed that I should be using. Maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow. Is I'll just put on a movie and use the treadmill. Talk to that. Second. Opie, what are you doing? Alright, closing. Ah. Hmm. Diamond Step Island. Warp Pot. Oh yeah, Opie is just being himself. Let's see if I can just put the camera. The consequence of having an indoor-only cat. Hey, buddy. Oh, he's coming over. By the way, when I do grab his tail, I don't yank on it. I just like to give it a little shake. Yeah, we used to do that, the outside indoor, but that's how most of our cats had turned up missing. And, I don't know. Oh my gosh, Opie. Yeah, that's what happens. Sometimes they just... Well, I used to have a cat that, his name is Steve, believe it or not. We used to have a cat named Steve, and he just hated going outside. But then one day, I guess after his brother disappeared, he kind of started becoming more brave with going outside, and I think he just wanted to find him. Yeah, I'm definitely the case. Thanks, Opie. You knocked over my my desk fan or my window fan, so. OP. Oh, it's OPIE. He's a shithead. And I say that in the most endearing way possible. Yeah, let's see, it's like OPIE. We named him after Andy Griffith's son in or Andy Taylor. Uh, Andy Taylor's son from the Andy Griffith Show, Opie. So, yeah. My sister came up with the name, and I thought it was just fucking. It was perfect. Oh. So is this one? Yeah. But we don't have. Well, we don't have too many pets, considering. So losing a pet is devastating. Um, oh, I could totally crawl through that if I wanted to. No, I'm taking my shit. Oh, please be the chart that I need. Cool, I can get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you know what? Giving pets away is the easier part of it. I would say. Um, I think when we lost some of our pets, just from them going outside and not coming home, it's just tough. Sorry, I'm also leaning back trying to grab shit. Put my fucking fan back in the window. And oh, you know what? Actually, Opie, sorry, buddy. I sure hope it doesn't like insult him that I kick him out sometimes, but sometimes I have to. He becomes too much. Oh, damn it, that's my index cable. I can't run over that. Okay. Now we gotta go find this fucking ghost ship. I know. He is a baby, though. Such a baby. Oh, no. But he'll just sit there and lie in wait until I come out, and then he'll want me to open up the bathroom door so he can go get a drink from the sink. And then he'll come into my room, hoping that the window's open. And if the window isn't open, he'll just come and lay on my chest and give me kisses on the nose. He is patient. He is a good boy, though. When he was a kitten, he was a bit of a pain in the ass. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I will totally, um, I will totally bottle feed a kitten again. But I sure as shit do not want to litter train a cat again, because that was some of the worst. Because stimulating is some of the most, uh, it made me worried, because, like, we could not get him to poop, when he was a kitten. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, no, actually, so here's the thing. Opie was, I think he's the runt. So, um, oh, what's the M one? That's where it'll be tonight. Um, I believe Opie's the runt because we found, well, not we, but the family that gave him to us, they found him abandoned, and he was cold and on death's door, basically. So, uh, my mom got some saline solution, came over to her friend's house where he was, and basically just injected it into his back, and I'd say a day later, he was looking so much better. And then finally, we received him. We were taking good care of him. Um, we had to send him back to the place or back to that home a couple times because we were just going to be really busy and couldn't look after him. But I'll tell you, when he was a kitten, it was just like a lot of sleepless nights because we'd have to get up in the middle of the night to feed him and um, make him go potty. Um, because what I didn't know is like when mothers lick their kittens' back ends that they're stimulating them to pee and shit, and it makes me realize, thank God I'm not an animal, especially a female animal, because then I'd have to lick that stuff up. Ugh. Um. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. Um. Ah, thank goodness we're human. Uh, da, 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 eh, the 5-star Isle. Let's find that. Um. But I think some of the worst of it was when he was a kitten, like I said. But to get more to the point, when he was a kitten, he was very aggressive. Like the world was his scratch post sort of thing. um, there was one time though, my mom was just talking to me, and he just like from the floor jumped right onto her shoulder, and you know it wasn't my mom's fault, and he just jumped onto her, and she just reacted by having to throw him off, and oh, poor cat got his own claw stuck in his nose, and yeah, my mom felt horrible. She started crying. I started crying too because I was like, oh shit, not only did my mom get hurt, but this cat just had his own claw stuck in his own nose. He was making some horrible sounds, and I just, oh. Um, So, and plus my mom was going through a lot, and it just did not help. There was a lot going on. Yeah. My mom, she's a good woman. She would not want to hurt an animal. I should just preface that. Yeah. But that was like literally like a knee-jerk reaction just to throw him off like that. And I don't blame her for it. And I'm sure Opie wouldn't blame her either if he understood. And you know what? And he loves her a lot. He loves her a lot to this day, and I think that really shows such a forgiving nature of that cat. Oh, man. Oh, is that the ghost ship? There we are. Oh, shit. Oh, what was it? Get over here. Oh, yeah, so ad blocker is really silly like that in this. shit. Yeah, I've learned that ad blocking on Twitch is some of the most, like, ridiculous things ever. Oh shit, I knocked him into the Shadow Realm. Oh. There we go. Cool. I can have the triforce shard. But it was just, a rough time getting this little guy to, you know, be more independent, but, oh, thank you. So, there's a happy ending to this, I promise. He's... Obviously it's a happy ending because Opie's alive and well, as we speak. She, or she's not, sorry, she, my mom, she, you know, she has a friend named, I'm not gonna name her, but she used to be a vet tech, so she offered a lot of assistance. She managed to stimulate him to get him to finally poop. He would not poop for the longest time, but, and I finally got him to poop myself, and then, I'd say, gosh, maybe around, like, maybe, like, 2 months, that's when he became more independent, like, when he started to actually, like, it's bad, because, like, the first time he actually finally shit on his own was, like, on my mom's bed. We saw him, like, he was, like, looking really uncomfortable, and then just all over her bed. Like, not all over her bed, but just, like, just right there. And believe it or not, like, we both weren't really angry that he did that. We were like, oh, thank God. You finally did it. So we cleaned it up, and then we showed him, hey, here's how we use the litter box. And so he found the litter box, immediately got used to it. But I'd have to bathe him every time because he'd just, you know, step in it. But then he was still being bottle fed, right? He was bottle fed until I'd say 3 months, maybe 4 months. But when I finally gave him some water in a bottle to show him what it's like, and he liked it. I think that's the reason why he likes drinking from the sink and or anything, you know, that we're drinking is watery. He likes to, you know, give it a test. He is such a baby. But anyway, I don't know if they have this in your state, but we have this, the sandwich, a sub sandwich company called Firehouse Subs. And I got myself what's called a smokehouse beef and cheddar brisket. And it's got, like, really good meat in it. Anyway, so I brought it home for my mom and I. And I sat down, started eating my sandwich, and he just comes crawling along. And he sees the meat hanging out of the sandwich. And he takes one and rips it right out and runs off with it and starts chowing down. And I'm just like, oh, thank God, he's finally eating solid food. So I introduced him to kitten food, and he started eating that. He was off the bottle. He was completely independent. So I like telling that sandwich story because it really shows how much he's like a glutton. So the coming days of him growing up has been like some of the best. Yeah, believe it or not, he's not too fat actually. He's actually a lot less. Like, he's the skinniest of them all, and yet it's probably because he's the runt, you know? Runts are always, like, more smaller than normal cats. Oh, man. But he's... excuse me. I'm happy for him. I'm happy with how he's gotten to be. Yeah, I like that. I like that. You know, we defy their mother's expectations and get them to be, you know, full-grown cats. Um, God. The scariest thing about Opie, though, I think I was saying, was like he was very aggressive. But even so, he's defied that, and he's been very, very sweet. Like like I said, he'll just come in and I'll lie him down on my chest, and he'll just sit there, give me little intermittent licks on the nose, and just purr and purr away. Ah, what a sweet little guy, I swear. Yeah. Wait, how many pets do you have? Oh, okay. Is there one on Outset? Uh, oh, trust me. You're good to tell me. I'm no judge of character. I it's just it's so interesting because you tell me you have a lot, and it's like, huh. Oh, yeah. It is a shame because that is what happens when 12. No, that's actually, you know what? That's not too bad. I've heard. I think my aunt was irresponsible and had a shit ton of animals in her house. So. 12 or 13. How many of them are adults? Oh, that's the sad part. But it's very rare I do a Zelda episode without going into a dungeon. Oh, two are the eldest. Oh, wow. So a lot of them are just whippersnappers. This fucking island is crazy. I'm gonna try and get out, get out. Huh. Oh. Then a lot of it is just the litter. Yeah. Gosh, can you imagine if humans bred like that? That'd be fucking like wild as hell. Like, I would feel bad for any woman who wants to have children and, like, you know, 8 of those suckers just popped out. I think you'd be set on motherhood at that point. There's I mentioned the comic that I read called Tales from Grey Cove. There's one part that's really, like, cute to me. But at the same time, it's just like, oh, I feel so bad for this mother. But, like, it's one of those stories where, if I had kids at 20 or something, it's like, that's your decision, you know? This is so... Yeah. Oh, man. I feel bad for my sister because she lives with her in-laws. And it sounds like all they want out of her is just to give them a granddaughter. It's like, gosh, just let her be her own woman. What happens if I let it drop on me? Okay, okay, I should have predicted that. Eh. It's like, I don't know. Like, I love having nephews and all, and, you know, I would love having a niece. I'm sure it would be no different than, you know, because it's fun having nephews. Oh, shit. I thought I'd push it just a little more so it wouldn't do that. But that's beside the point. But I'm happy with my nephews. They're chill dudes, and I couldn't ask for anything else. But I don't know. I would not be begging anyone to be like, please, 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 uh, go through the trouble of pregnancy to give me what I want. Like, that's a lot. Your body goes through so much when having a child. Like, I'm not necessarily 100% for abortion, but like, I'm starting to see why some people do it. So, like, and to preface this, because it is a bit of a controversial take, but like, I believe that, you know, it's late term that it's late term abortions I'm really against, but oh gosh, um, some people just don't want to have kids, and it's like, just respect that. There we go. What the fuck? What am I supposed to do here? Um, Gosh, that was actually the craziest thing was when my sister had her kids was like, I don't know. You have like, do you have an older sister? You might know what I mean by this, but like, yeah, like she probably has kids of her own then. Yeah, it must have been a weird experience for you though. Like all of a sudden be like, wow, I have nephews or nieces or what have you. Uh, when my when my youngest nephew was born, I was like, oh, this again. But the first time it's like, oh wow, I'm an uncle. And it felt cool. I was very happy about it. Um, oh yeah, sorry, I was just coughing really bad, and I'm sniffly. I'm gonna have another swig. 1 second. Ah. Oh man. Um, I'm just gonna give up on this one and call it good. Oh, I really do not want to stop until I find all these fucking triforce shards. Um, Alright, well, I found 3. I know. I should probably, honestly, probably conclude this stream here soon, because it's gonna get late. Plus, I gotta go see my aunt tomorrow, so hopefully my cousin will be there. It'll just be an awkward visit. Yeah, I do appreciate the concern. Oh yeah, my cousin. His name's Brandon. Oh, so I haven't told you. Don't be alarmed, but my aunt and my uncle, they were out in the sticks, in southern Utah. I guess they were helping looking for with the this look for or for the search of a missing woman. But anyway, so my aunt somehow had fallen off of a 30-foot drop, broke both her legs, and I think fractured one of her spinal columns. Yeah, but She's doing fine, thank goodness. When my mom told me, I was like, "What?" Like it was like some of the most like alarming things ever, but it turns out she's fine. She's more fine than ever. So probably has a deep appreciation for life, hopefully. Oh goodness. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Oh, I know. It was crazy though. Oh, excuse me. Which goes back to our talk about you know, about life and just appreciating life and the people that we have around us. That really kind of kind of reflects that, you know, because well, my aunt was such a wonderful person growing up, so and still is. That isn't to say she's dead. She's fine. So, oh, okay. That just means go to normal sale. Man, I could go for a pizza. Like, I think I've let my palate get too spoiled, and now I'm like, I want everything. Um, oh, talking about my aunt getting hurt, and now I'm talking about food. But yeah, we're gonna go visit her tomorrow. So in the morning. Oh, hunger's like for real. Like I had this Great Value ice cream. It was cookie dough, and then the other one was root beer float. But then my mom tells me like the chemicals that they use to make that stuff are really really bad for me, and it's like, oh gosh, but they were $2. They were awesome. So yeah, which you know what, fair. She's looking out for me. Like I need to not eat ice cream so much. Which is kind of funny because I think that was like the first like way you and I like kind of bonded was like in that VR chat world of fucking Sanrio. And I was like, I think you said like, oh, ice cream sounds good. I was like, oh, I know, right? And then we started talking about ice cream. That's just a funny way we bonded over that. Oh man, and I'm not gonna lie, still feel it. Still feel that want for ice cream. Dude, ice cream is like a freaking godsend. I'll tell you that. Wait, where the hell's this triforce shard? Oh, do I just need a picture of all the fucking triforce shards and where they're at? Or was it even on outset? Hold on. Yeah, one's here. But yeah, no, this root beer float one was awesome. Like it tasted like root beer, and it had this really good vanilla taste to it as well. Like if you go to a Walmart and you see it, and you know you happen to have like $3 on you, it's a good use. It's a good use for at least one tub, and then you know don't have too much because apparently the chemicals are not that good. Let me see. I wonder if one of these Triforce charts are actually. Oh, now that is one hell of a combination. That sounds really fucking good. Um, oh, I know that like all the dairy had to be like the best thing, you know. Actually, when I came home, I I grilled up 2 ham and turkeys. I was like so fucking hungry. So, and now we have no more cheese. Actually, I think we have Gouda. But Gouda's not that great for grilled cheese. So, but I know I was like, no. Like the big block went moldy and dry. I was like, well, that's it. There's no salvaging this fucking thing. I have to like remove a good chunk of the block anyway, and then another good chunk of the block that wasn't moldy, or that was moldy. Man, yeah, it doesn't. Well, it makes me think because it's like you don't you don't really enjoy um the thought of you probably don't enjoy the thought of this, but it's weird thinking like a lot of cheese we eat. In fact, I think all the cheese we eat is basically moldy stuff. But then it's like the next step of mold where it's like, okay, nope, not having any of that. But uh, yeah, right. Like for instance, blue cheese. That's like a special kind of like mold that we can eat. That's really good for our gut health. Oh man, and trust me when I say gut health is really important, especially after I had like C. diff. Yeah, it is straight up mold. But like I said, it's the good kind of mold that we need to really like strengthen our gut biome. And I don't know if I ever told you, but like I got bit by a dog one time when I was at work a few years ago. It was one of my older jobs, and it was just a pit bull that came in for like a not even a straight up pit bull. It was a pit mix. Um, I think he was probably mixed with a Labrador Retriever, but anyways, so he started humping a dog, and but the dog got freaked out and then started yelping, so the dog started like biting into his neck. So I went to go stop him. And I tried throwing the leash around his neck to cut off his air supply, but then he went for my hand and really chewed into it. Um, oh gosh, the top layer of the scars are no longer really that visible, but on my palm I see like a white mark from where the puncture happened. But anyway, so I went on antibiotics and it really fucked up my gut health. And gave me what's called C. diff. I will let you Google those symptoms because I do not want to express myself doing these things. It was awful. Um, well, you know what? Let me just read you the basically like C. diff. Uh, uh, Clostridioides difficile, or C. diff, is a bacterium causing severe, often hospital-acquired diarrhea and colitis, typically triggered by antibiotics reducing good gut bacteria. Symptoms include intense diarrhea, abdominal pain, and fever lasting for days to weeks or reoccurring. Treatments involves targeted antibiotics or fecal transplants, which thank goodness I didn't have to do. Yeah, it was awful. Um, you know what? I often don't like talking about myself shitting, but I'm going to talk about myself shitting. So, let's, it was just like intense burning and repetitive natures, or not repetitive natures, fine. I'm thinking of other things. But it was like every 10 minutes, it was like I had to shit. And it was awful. And so I would have to, like, in the middle of my shift, have to take frequent bathroom breaks. And it was painful. It was like nothing yielded results. Oh, well, it was caused by the antibiotics. I had to take something called Flagell, I think, to finally heal it. But and I tell this story a lot to people who ask about, well, who are interested in the story. But so I went to the doctor and told the doctor, Doctor, my mom's a nurse, and told me I might have C. diff. And I'd like to get a test done. And so he refused doing a test. He's like, oh, you're probably gluten intolerant. Try cutting back the gluten and see what happens. And I'm just sitting here like, you fucker. Alright, fine. And so I try no gluten. It gets worse. I come back to him and I'm like, it's worse. And he's like, alright, maybe you should try cutting out dairy then. Fuck you. Anyway, so I go back to him a third time and I say, it's not helping. Please give me a test. And so he gives me a test. It's literally a hat you have to shit in. It's so bad. It's probably helping that I'm drinking during this. I had to do this test, and I send away the sample. They ruined the sample by forgetting to refrigerate it, the fuckers. So I had to do it again. And so, this idiot doctor calls back. He's like, "Hey, so we got the test results back. Turns out you do have C. diff." I'm like, "I told you." Well, I didn't tell him that, but I was like, "Okay, what's the next step?" And he's like, "All right, well, we got two medicines we can give you, which one might make you deaf at 40, um, or I don't know. Like, I don't think that should ever be a thing. Honestly, doctors need to be trained until they're fucking ready to practice." And this dude felt like, to me, he was just not ready to do his fucking job. But anyway, he tells me, yeah, so this one will do it for you, but it might make you go deaf in some odd years, 20 years from now. Or you got this one, and I was like, oh, cool, I'll take B. I love hearing. Anyway, so I take the medication. It starts getting better. But then a week later, my C. diff comes back, and I told him, like, the results aren't better. Fuck, I shouldn't have paid him. I shouldn't have paid them anything. Because I didn't even feel what they did for me was of value. But anyway, point being is, like, I went to another doctor. They gave me the right medication, and I got better. And boy, when it felt like I'm not gonna lie. So this happened. The bite happened in October. The C. diff started in November, and it ended in February, I want to say. And because of that, to this day, I still say February, or those were like the worst, like, 3 months of my life right there. Let's see. Well, 4 months, I guess you could say, but like the majority of it was 3 months. Oh, it's all good. But you know what? Let me tell you, if fuck off, you little devils. Let me tell you what. If you ever find yourself taking antibiotics, I strongly recommend that you take probiotics with them, because probiotics, they're just gonna reinstate those good bacterias that you need. My poor sister, in fact, she she got C. diff recently, and all I could do was go, "No, not my sister." My poor sister. Oh, antibiotics are terrible. They're great. But I'll tell you what, if we didn't have antibiotics, we'd be in a world of hurt. Humanity would have probably perished a long time ago, especially when... Imagine if, like, COVID came around. Oh, shit, I need to get magic. Imagine if COVID hit and we didn't have antibiotics or anything like that. We'd probably be so fucked. Not that, you know, antibiotics helped with COVID, but, you know, I'm sure it was a great stepping stone in making sure that not a lot of people died. Yeah, well, it just basically kills a lot of, like, bacteria in your body that, you know, is alive. But problem is it does this while everything is, like, you know, bug. The thing is, since it's not targeting specific bacteria in your gut, or not in your gut, but in your body, it'll target anything that's living, basically. That's my basic understanding of it, at least, and, oh. Oh, fairy. Probiotics introduce bacteria into your gut. Well, not into your gut necessarily, but good bacteria. So, the bacteria that we are born with in our gut is what helps us break down our food and, you know, process. Oh, shit. Let me see. Probiotics are live, beneficial microorganisms, mostly bacteria or yeast, that improves health by restoring balance to the gut microbiome. They work primarily by crowding out harmful bacteria, strengthening the intestinal barrier, aiding digestion, modulating immune system to reduce inflammation, all that stuff, basically. So, kind of like a filter. It's like it really helps with just overall digestion. So, but antibiotics, let's see how antibiotics work. And this is all AI overview, so take that as you will. So, antibiotics treat bacterial infections by either killing bacteria directly or inhibiting their growth. They work by targeting structures or processes specific to bacteria, such as cell wall construction, protein synthesis, or DNA replication, without damaging human cells. Common mechanisms include destroying cell walls, causing bacteria to burst, or prevent reproduction. So, as you can imagine, it does not know how to discriminate that bad bacteria between the good bacteria, so it just kind of kills it all. And like I said, we have to be born with that bacteria in our gut, I think. Are we born with? Hold on. Yeah, we already colonized by that bacteria, basically, so... So... So, having no bacteria, known as being germ-free, would lead to severe health consequences. Without them, you would suffer from compromised immunity, faulty nutrient absorption, chronic digestive issues like diarrhea or bloating, or C. diff, if we want to go with that, and a high vulnerability to pathogens. So, it's amazing the kind of bacteria that we need. Like, people tell you, like, oh, bacteria. Not true. In fact, quite the opposite. Bacteria is a very good thing. Oh, wait a minute. Factory is a fun, like, honestly, I love learning. I think it's some of the fun things to do on my side. Tangents. Oh gosh, like, one of my favorite things was learning about the brain. You know, I don't know how it 100% works. I don't think humanity... Whoops. Well, time to go capture another fairy. When I was in vet school... Not vet school, shit. Vet tech school. Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, and that's the problem. You gotta make learning fun. Otherwise, how can you engage, you know? Like, if you look at something simple as, like, I don't know, say you walk outside, you look at a telephone pole, or an electric pole, and you ask yourself, where does that go, and how much power am I using, you know? Then it's a fun thing to, you know, kind of look at. But going back to having learning being fun, I think that is a crucial thing. You cannot get me to sit down and read a book and learn something. I have to actually, like, have an engaging conversation with somebody to actually learn. And that's why I hate book learning. Because to me, book learning is just so worthless. So, there we go. Silly little things. I need to go get more joy pendants. Shit. But yeah. I guess that's my kind of, like, lesson on life is, like, yeah, if you find yourself wanting to learn, take the opportunity to do so. Because that's, to me, there's never a dull moment to learn. Like, it's kind of funny, because I remember hearing stuff about it, but I remembered hearing, oh, like, you want to be a dentist? I want to be a dentist. Anyway. Oh, what's this? Like, would you be a dentist or probably like a dental assistant? Oh, but you're just interested in the idea.